The next term we are going to discuss is called durability. Is your data durable or not? Is your data storage durable or not? That is a very common thing which you will hear. What is durability? Let's go with the formal definition first. A system that is durable is able to perform its responsibility over time even when unexpected event may occur. For example, a durable storage system will reliably store data without data loss, right? So durability is, can I depend on the system or not when I need to? It may be different than availability. We'll discuss that in a minute. So if I take an example, let's say in cloud term of Amazon S3, Amazon S3 talks about durability. So in terms of storage, if I'm discussing durability, and that is very commonly used, durability is very commonly used with storage. So when I talk about Amazon S3 durability, it translates into retention of my data. So let's say in Amazon S3, there is a concept of bucket, and within that bucket, we keep our objects or the data. So when I keep my object, would I be able to get it back if I need to? That is a retention mechanism of S3. What S3 is doing behind the scene, it is creating 3 copies of your object even if you do not ask it. So even if one of the copy fails, they have other copies from which your data can be delivered back to you. That is referred as Amazon S3 durability. Or can I retain that data for long or not? That is retention. Now, how it is calculated? It is calculated in Amazon S3 that S3 is designed with 11.9 of durability and 4.9 of availability, or I would put it like 99.9x type of availability. We'll discuss that in a minute. Idea is, if I am storing something on Amazon S3, I would have durability of 11 nines, means that, let's say, just we quantify it, if you stored, let's say, 1 million objects into S3, maybe over a period of 10,000 years, one of the object may get lost due to mechanical failure or fire or flood or maybe human error, whatever you call it, but that is very less chances of something happening. Be aware that Amazon S3 is designed for this type of durability with 11 nines in mind. So designed is for durability is 11.9, whereas availability is different. Let me explain it into a table format so you would understand it better. Amazon S3 has different tiers in that. Tiers are basically levels of availability and durability which you could get. So there is S3 standard, intelligent, standard infrequent access, and so on. Now, if you look at all tier, they all promise you 11.9 of durability. Means behind the scene, as soon as you create one object, it gets 3 copies automatically stored. You do not have to do anything. 3 copies always are being stored for that object. Why it is being doing so? So that in case there is a failure, network outage, fires, flood, we will still be able to get your data. Data is the most important thing which your business is generating. So this is why Amazon S3 ensure any tier you go into, you will always get durability of 11 nines. But when it comes to availability, the value may change depending on different tiers. Let me give an example. The most common one we may have used is S3 standard tier. In that case, what happens that your data is created or your data is copied into 3 places, and these 3 are physically separate locations. So even if one physical location is out because of network or flood or whatever, your data can still be accessed. So that is what is done most of the time, which is S3 standard. Then we have something called S3 standard infrequent access, and then there is one zone IA. One zone IA standard infrequent access is this. You would be still able to get your data back, but it is designed for little less availability, so you pay little less money on that. And then comes one zone IA. One zone means in one single data center, your 3 copies would be maintained, so you would still be able to access it even if one copy fails, but if the whole data center is down, you may not be able to access your data. I try to give an example for that. Let me go ahead and draw that. So let's say this is a office building. Most of the office building would have a operating hour. So let's say this building is open from 6 a.m. and closes as 10 p.m. Right? You were working here and you forgot your laptop. You remember about it after your party finished at 10 or you got late into a meeting and you now cannot come back into office because it is closed. Now, is your laptop stolen? Answer is no. Laptop is still there, means it is still retained within the building. It is durably stored in building. Nobody has stolen it. It is still there. But as it is now 11 p.m., I cannot enter into building because it is closed. So building's availability is 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., whereas durability is 100%. Nobody would be stealing that, hopefully. Maybe there were very, very less chances that somebody may steal it, which probably is negligible in corporate environment, but it can happen, right? We can't deny it completely. So what we are seeing here, that whether you can access your data or not right now, that is your availability. Is your data right now available for accessing? And if your data is stored safely, can I retain it? That is what we mean by durability. So hopefully that gives you example and understanding that what is durability and what is availability. So you need to not worry a lot about it. You just need to select a proper storage, and your cloud provider would ensure that they adhere to the SLA which they have committed to you. And in this case, SLAs are here, as you could clearly see. In different tier there are different SLA, and you could clearly see in which type of availability zone or how many availability zone your data would be stored. So coming back again, what is your durability? It is a system, its ability to perform its responsibilities over time, even when unexpected event may occur. And most of the time we relate it to storage. Durable storage system will reliably store data without data loss. That is what we mean by durability.